Welcome back to All Things ETH. My name is Aaron, and on this channel we talk about all things Ethereum. We talk about projects, NFTs, play to earn, DeFi. We talk about SocialFi and price. And today, guys, it is just been approved. The Bitcoin ETFs have been officially approved as of a couple minutes ago. And I just wanted to do a live to celebrate this, but I also want to celebrate the fact that Ethereum is trucking right now. In comparison to BTC, ETH is up 7% today. Did not expect this to happen, to be honest with you. Perhaps this is a rotation of BTC hype moving into ETH ahead of any sort of announcements there. I mean, we saw this hype cycle here between October and now. Bitcoin is up about, let's see, 85%, which is pretty incredible. So do I think we'd see the same thing with Ethereum? Absolutely possible, although we are up quite a bit on Ethereum over the last several months as well. So let's do the same time period. From lows in October to now, we are up 64%. So I can't say that we're going to rise another additional 83% just because of hype for a possible ETH. This is kind of a sell the news event, looks like so far for BTC selling into, ETH for the next round of ETF approvals. But I do think, guys, that ETH has been lagging significantly, and I do expect us to be much closer to 3,200, maybe even 4,000 by the time we see approval for, I'm going to guess we're at between 32 and 3,600 if we see, the ETF for ETH be up for approval in the next couple months. I would say May to April to May is probably the most likely from what I've been reading, and I'm excited to see all things EVM. In fact, guys, as a part of this live, I am going to announce that I'm changing all of my branding to All Things EVM from All Things ETH. So from now on, guys, the channel is called All Things EVM. You might even notice that that is the case in the handle on this video. And so there's that to be checking out. Also, my Twitter is changing. Now, you can still reach me at All Things ETH. That's still my ex, surname, if you will. But I'm changing my alias to All Things EVM. In fact, I even just bought the EVM of allthingsevm.eth, so I have the ENS domain name now, allthingsevm.eth, and so I'm excited to share that. Now, why am I switching from All Things ETH to All Things EVM when a lot of people are niching down? Well, guys, I think the narrative has gone from an Ethereum chain to anything that's compatible with the Ethereum. So I'm going to be talking about L2s, which I already do on this channel. Lots of L2s, Alt L1s. We're going to be talking about BNB more often, definitely in the 2024 as I get invested more into Elephant Money. So do check those videos out, guys. If you're not familiar with Elephant, go check those out. I'm going to also be talking about AVAX. AVAX will likely get a large bid over the next 2 years, as I think a lot of institutional money has been put into that space. In fact, it was funny to see Grayscale actually dropped. They dropped Polygon from their L2 trust, or Ethereum compatible trust, or altcoin trust. I'm not sure how they label that, but they dropped Polygon and put in AVAX, which says a lot to me, guys. I mean, I am a fan of Polygon and what they've done, but I'm actually more of a fan of AVAX. I think there's a lot more going on there as far as actual activity. I think, honestly, Polygon's a little bit overhyped, although I think it will have its own run this year. In fact, it's up 9% right now. So what can I say? Let's see where's AVAX. Let's see where AVAX has landed at 5.5% up. Not terrible, considering AVAX has run considerably already, where I don't think Polygon has, or Matic has as well. Yeah, Matic's been stunted, the growth there. I think it got overhyped in the last cycle, honestly. I think a lot of people expected it to be the not the Ethereum killer, but the most obvious layer 2 of Ethereum, and because it doesn't burn Ethereum as its token, as its gas token, I do think any ecosystem, in my opinion, and this is a very strong opinion that I have, but any ecosystem I think that doesn't let me help you with the audio here. Just saw that in the chat, sorry. One thing that I think, a strong opinion that I have is that any L2 chain or any alt L1 that doesn't burn ETH as a token is likely to have less involvement. Now, I do think BNB has its own special case because it's its own chain. It is Ethereum compatible. Doesn't feel like an alt L1 in the same way that Polygon does. Polygon feels more like an L2 that has a gas token outside of ETH. And there's just not enough usage, I think, in that regard, or not enough people wanting to hold and spend Matic. I think Matic is a fine asset to invest in, and you might get multiples this cycle, who knows? But I do think it's a previous cycle coin, and we're not going to see a lot of adoption unless we see more applications that are popular grow on that platform. Now, why did Arbitrum grow? Why did Optimism grow? Why are so many people excited about ZK Sync? Well, all of these L2s are burning ETH, guys, and Ethereum is the new stable coin, in my opinion. It's a lot of people are saying cash is trash because of inflation and because all the economic nonsense we had over the last 3 years, especially in the US, but also in other countries, guys. I mean, so many countries have had their tokens or their fiat absolutely explode with the rise in inflation. And to think that Ethereum is actually probably the most deflationary token out there. I know a lot of BTC maxis or Bitcoin maxis will say that they have the best opportunity to be, there's no cap on there's a cap on the issuance. Absolutely. And occasionally a Bitcoin gets lost, so there's a burn there of sorts. But on the ETH side, the fact is that there are more ETH burn in the transaction volume than there are being issued. So we're actually deflationary no matter what. And the fact that BTC, and this is another strong opinion of mine, the fact that BTC has a cap, but what secures the network is the miners. So eventually, guys, I believe that the price of 1 BTC may in fact not be enticing enough for the miners to keep their mining rigs going. And in doing so might crash the network because there won't be any security left. In order to create new blocks on the blockchain, it is necessary for miners to be running. Now, of course, there's going to be plenty of people that have the necessary funds invested to want to keep the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin network involved and running smoothly. So there will be miners for that, and there will be people that have vested interest with their holding BTC. But the miners themselves, will they want to continue to mine BTC if the price does not scale with each having, with the complexity of getting to that next Bitcoin? Now, once they're all mined, which is, probably a decade or more out, at least, depending on mining power, obviously, if we get some crazy fast computing, if the ASICs get even better and in multitudes better, it could be that the halvings have less effect as they have in the past. Essentially we're starting with GPUs, right? Or even, CPUs, and then we went to GPUs, and now we're using ASICs to mine Bitcoin. The speed at which technology increases may make it less incentivized to be mining Bitcoin. And that, in my opinion, could be a very detrimental part of the BTC network. In fact, guys, wow. We're down 1% on Bitcoin now that they have been approved, and we're up. We're continuing to go up. We're not at 7, but we're close to 7. Okay, here we go. Back up over 7% in Ethereum, guys. Very, very interesting results of the. I know a lot of BTC maxis, a lot of Bitcoin maxis out there are probably scratching their heads right now, going, "Why in the heck is ETH running and BTC not running up any higher?" the fake approvals yesterday, which were insane to me, showed a jump in BTC to $48,000. And now there is the price is actually somewhat dropping today, which is just crazy to me. Now, I have to talk about the ETH BTC ratio, as it has been at basic all-time lows here. Not all-time lows, but cycle lows for sure, where I do think this is going to bounce here. And we're seeing a significant bounce today up we're up 8.5% over yesterday. Yesterday was all-time lows essentially here. We, in fact, earlier today was all-time lows for the ETH to BTC ratio as far as the last couple of years. I mean, 21 and 2022, 23 and 24, getting into 24 now, we haven't seen ETH in comparison to BTC this low, and it was time for things to springboard off, right? So we do have that to look forward to. I do think we could see a upward trend from here. It's possible. And last time we hit this low was back in let's see, this is June of 2022, and we rose all the way back up to 0.08. And I believe the flippening, if you're into that narrative at all, is actually around, let's see, I believe between 0.12 and 0.13 is really close to flippening. I think it might even be a little bit higher. Those are all-time highs, actually, so I think it might be closer to 0.2. But to get a market cap, and of course BTC would have to stay pretty stagnant in relation to ETH for that to happen. I'm not a big flipping guy. I used to be in the last cycle. I thought it was possible. It certainly is possible in the very long term, but I don't think in the short term that's going to be the case. And Ethereum continuing to rise, Bitcoin rising again. So we're not getting a much higher change in this ratio today. But we'll see over the next couple months as we get into the new narrative of the ETH ETF, what will happen there for the ratio here. So I'm excited to see this pump in relation to Bitcoin. I'm excited to see the value of my Ethereum going up as well. Gosh, we're approaching we're just over $2,500 now. I bought a couple more ETH the other day, just expecting this to happen. Honestly, wasn't sure what to expect. Was holding on to another chunk of money that I could have spent on more ETH. Kind of kicking myself right now for not pulling the trigger. Now, if we do come back, below 2,500, back towards 2,000, I would love to buy more Ethereum under $2,000, but that would be fairly unlikely in my estimation at this point. I mean, we've had some significant corrections here over the past several months. I mean, that was a 27% correction. So let's look at what a 27% correction from current price would be. It would bring us back down underneath. Yeah, we'd be back down in the 1850 range, 1800 range. So that would be nice. But I do think this uptrend is just shooting off right here. So I don't expect us to come back that far. In fact, that would be pretty significant. In fact, this red line here, I think, is the line in the sand that will, differentiate, probably set off our next bear cycle. Honestly, in the long term, I think this green line that I've set up here is likely to be the bull case. And just to show you what it was in the last cycle, I mean, parabolic movement, even higher than this more than 45-degree angle here in the price action. I do think with some small corrections, we could see the price continue up higher, especially as we approach the halving for Bitcoin. And I can't wait to see what happens with Ethereum this year. Now, long-term projections. I'm personally going to start selling Bitcoin or Ethereum at about 5,700. I've made a set a goal of selling a good amount of my Ethereum around that time. I do have some things that I'd like to pay off, some things that I'd like to give away. I've got a big donation that I'd like to give to my church around that time. So I'm hoping that this happens. If we hit this trajectory here, I'm looking at December, January of 24 to 25 as a potential to start taking profits here on my main bags of Ethereum. I am letting myself borrow up to $1,000 per Ethereum to yield farm with, and to do some airdrop farming as well with that Ethereum. But for now, I'm using most of the Ethereum that I have and holding it in different places. I've got a lot of it in, if you've watched the video that I posted last week, I went deep dive into my portfolio, so you can check that out if you want to spend some more time in the channel here. Now might be a good time to ask you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content like this if you're interested. I just had to do a quick live, guys, just to celebrate the occasion of the Bitcoin ETFs being approved. Let's actually go to X and see if there's much more going on about this. We had a bunch of people saying it was approved. We got a, I'd like to see something specifically from the SEC here. If we pop in here, let's see if we get anything. I've got a couple people on my timeline saying that they're approved. Nothing super official, but I do understand that they have been approved. So maybe I'm jumping the gun here a little bit, but I do think we're in the clear as far as this goes. It is just after market closing in the US today, and that's generally when these sorts of things are announced. So if I'm jumping the gun, it's going to only be by a couple hours. So maybe it hasn't been completely approved yet, but I wanted to celebrate because I do think it will be in the next couple of hours if it's not already. Market acting like the Ethereum ETF approved or something. That's pretty great. We'll see what happens in the next couple hours. I do think we'll see a lot of volatility. I'm excited for that. To let you into SEC by this point should rebrand as SCX as they have to. Oh man, that's funny. Thanks, Luke's, for the shout out of that. Just straight comedy, guys. Luke's is one of my favorites out in X World, and check him out in FT too. He and I got connected in FriendTech, made some videos on that. Go check those out as well. But guys, let's end the stream here. Unless let me see if there's any comments or questions to dig into. Just gonna quick check on that while we're live. As you can see, I'm just changing things up. I've got all things EVM. Oh, I can't scroll up anymore. Shoot. Let's go to my channel here. Check out my lives. Currently live, for watching, awesome. Guys, let me know if you have any questions. Check out my lives. I gotta turn this down before it. Okay, I appreciate it. And one reasons why I had to change my name to All Things EVM from that I absolutely love the BNB chain because of Elephant. And if you don't know anything about Elephant, go check those out. Go check it out. Thanks for the thumbs up and the stream. Appreciate it, SK. Exciting time. The ETF is legitimately approved. You don't fake it. Starting to see some announcements. And I hope I can continue taking off. And X here, getting some more notifications. Something I think should be going up a little more. It was actually that Bitcoin official ICC approves yes, this is what taking off. Now that was in the WGT and super maybe I think obviously I think we're higher order. It was a lot of volume. Actually the case is cool. I've got one here, not very much. I've seen it last year. What's up? What's up? We check out to get more. Awesome. I think that's today as a person that's BTC finally got ETF approval, and I'm so excited for all things EVM going into 2024 and the possibility of ETH. Let's talk about that. The possibility of an ETF could be even more considered for my world, actually in the DeFi world, if it were to happen. If we saw the value of ETH go up, multiples and many people in the investing space getting into Ethereum, learn more about it. Think of this effect, guys. People are going to be able to put Bitcoin, Ethereum into their retirement funds. don't you think they want to know a little bit about those things that they're putting into retirement funds? If they're putting into retirement funds, you know they're do a little bit more. You know they're going to learn more about blockchain. They're going to be, anything that you put money into, you get it in. So, well, one thing Pastor is anytime you're tied to your church, you're getting more interested. So it's one to put you're putting your time and your money into a resource like that. You're going to be much, right. So like he said, he bought a bunch of Amazon stock. He sold his house in Australia to move to the States. He used some of the things that he made to buy his first house. But when he was in Amazon, he loved researching Amazon. As soon as he sold all of his Amazon stock, he didn't care much about Amazon. So anything you have money in, so any of these people that are going to be putting ETH and BTC into their retirement accounts, you know for sure they're going to be more interested in what's going on and more invested, not only with their money, but right with their mind space into these blockchains and the coins that them. So look, guys, there's going to be more people. Look at the difference between ETH and BTC, right? BTC, pretty much it. I mean, yes, we have ordinals now. Yes, we have some NFTs kind of stuff going on over in that space. But for the most part, guys, not a smart contract network. It's not like Ethereum and all the L2s and even Solana, these sorts of things, because it's not a smart contract based. Nobody's really using it for more of value. So the Bitcoin ETF is great. Store of value for those who want to put, their hard cash to their retirement funds in that nice, comfy space where you'll see accumulation, price appreciation in the next 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 years, right? But when people put their money into Ethereum, they want to learn why Ethereum works, and they're going to be wanting to check out, think, how to use it, right? So that's exciting. I'm excited for the understand it more for these banks to actually get. Some people are so against TradFi into the blockchain and DeFi. It's kind of a nasty word, a lot of people else, but even the influencers that on YouTube are interested in this. I mean, MakerDAO, obviously, Taiki Meta talks about this a lot. MakerDAO, a bit of TradFi coming to the blockchain in the terms that Maker is buying up treasury bonds. They're paying out what they're making treasury bonds in yield on the Maker token. So there's tokenization of real world assets. We think at BlackRock talk about this too. Now, a lot of people are scared about BlackRock coming into the space and possibly ruining it. Right? I do think the pros and cons there's going to be more DeFi, and they may want to take over, and that could be the case. I still think there's going to be a lot of democratization in this space where I'm part of a team at a protocol. I get to make decisions about hundreds of thousands of dollars in assets, and I'm excited to stay the case. Even when BlackRock phase 2, there will still be people like myself and others that are more developer types that are able to create protocols. The playing field is just so much more DeFi. And yes, they're going to put it up. And yes, we're going to have gated community space. And yes, there's going to be regulation that's going to want to funnel you into those gated communities of DeFi. But let's keep it real. Let's keep it simple. Let's continue to use our best technology to be able to explore this space and grow space with a democratic feel, guys. And with I'm so excited. I'm honestly running out of steam. I'm going to go hit the gym, guys. So thank you so much for watching. This is all EM signing out for the very first time as that. God bless, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification for more content just like this, and peace.